What is up, guys? Pwn here, and today this is going to be a little introduction and sort of the first video of a new segment of videos that I do. Social media is a weird thing in that it sort of creates an unrealistic view of the world. So on your Facebooks, on your Instagrams, and on YouTube as well, everybody is trying to put their best foot forward. So they're presenting everyone out there with the best they can do. And you never really see sort of the negative things. And if there are negative things, then it's something external that's sort of acting upon you. So you're probably looking for some sort of support or consolation from those out there when posting something negative like that. Rarely do you see people posting just stupid things that they do. I think that beginning modders are often presented with an unrealistic view of modding. Everybody that's out there is taking their best mods, their final products, and they're putting them out there and showing off the great things that they've done. The problem with that is that new modders can potentially see this, go try to recreate this, go do their own mods, and then when they fail, they think there's something wrong with them maybe, that they're not capable of doing what they see. So that's a problem, and then they may just give up instead of persevering and making something great. That's kind of why I wanted to do this series, because through the use of camera tricks and never showing anything bad, everyone can kind of come across as great. I don't know if it comes across in my videos, but for the most part, I'm an idiot. I do stupid crap all the time. I don't try to show the world that I'm doing stupid crap, but I do. And so this is sort of a little glimpse into the mediocrity and the idiocy that I put into some of my Nerf blasters and modifications. So we're going to call this segment
Epic Fails
and
Blaster Disasters.
We're going to start off just going over a little mod that I tried to do. And this also illustrates that if you tell me to do something in the comments section, I may just try to do it. This suggestion actually came from Ben Sheep Lamb. I've talked to him a few times on Instagram, and he shows up occasionally on in my YouTube channel comment section, throwing out some ideas. And he said, "Hey, why don't you put a K26 spring in that Firestrike knockoff that you did a review on?" So I thought to myself, sure, why don't I do that? And here it is. Here's the Firestrike knockoff that I was talking about, the Hotfire. Now, if you may note, it doesn't work at all anymore because I tried to put a K26 spring in this thing and I ruined it. So let's me and you open this up and go over my first blaster disaster. So here is a complete mess. You can see here I've removed the air restrictor. I've taken a little foam mat and patted the plunger rod. I also, after I'd cut this out, it's pretty difficult to remove the plunger head without any damage at all just because of the way that it clicks on. So it took a little effort and I kind of messed up one of the tabs. So I went back, which is kind of the reason that I can't really fix this now. That's because I went back and put some Smoothcast 65D in here just to reinforce the plunger head. But the main issue is I had to cut down the K26 spring so much because it's a lot thicker and it just would not catch with the thickness of the spring trying to pull this back. So that was the main issue. The K26 is just way too short. It was functioning a little bit at one point, but the K26 was so short, when it fired, it would just sort of jiggle around as it pushed the plunger head forward. Now, one thing I will mention about this blaster is that it has a really strong catch spring. So I think that with maybe an Orange ModWorks Firestrike spring, this may work. I'm not saying nobody could figure out how to jam a K26 into here. I'm just saying that I couldn't, and I definitely gave up on this silly project after I basically completely broke the blaster, and it would require me cutting the plunger head off and refastening it. This is me destroying knockoff Chinese Nerf blasters. Now that I took it apart and put it back together, it actually does work again a little bit. So maybe I can illustrate the clanging spring action for you. If you hear that, it still does fire, but the spring does not have the tension required to work perfectly efficiently. That's the end of this video. Just wanted to do a quick introduction to the series and show off a terrible mod job with the Firestrike knockoff blaster. Until next time, guys, it's not about having fun. It's about digging into Nerf blasters and trying to learn from your terrible, terrible mistakes.